Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Oshi no Ko X Tensura by StaciaPLE Chapter 8, The Spotlight 2. Note: I think improv was a comedy thing, but I'm not gonna use it for that purpose in this chapter. So if you expected a laugh, please don't. I don't know to deliberately write funny sentences, nor can I make funny jokes. Frill once knew of a girl who single-handedly took the whole attention of the world in one single film. That girl was Rimuru, the one who displayed a shockingly overwhelming performance through her role as the deity. Her performance was incredibly realistic. There were even rumors that her scene barely had any editing done on it at all. But of course, there's no way such a scene like that was merely from a child's acting of all people. We'll see. I might as well watch this show. The show Rimuru was appearing on was probably something related to comedy. The crowd was laughing, so that's what Frill naturally assumed. And yet, the scene is romantic encounter. Please, do your best, guest actors. The show was all about them doing improvised acting based on the vague description of a scene. Romantic encounter wasn't a difficult one to do, but it seems interesting to see other actors of her caliber act like this. In the first place, why is she in a place like this? Curiously thought Frill. The lights dimmed. Oh, it's staring. The scene started with the other ex-child actor meeting Rimuru by chance. They went for a classic scene where the guy bumps into the girl. Rimuru falls from bumping into the guy. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hurt anywhere? The guy reaches out his arms toward the fallen Rimuru. Rimuru's appearance would bewitch a man in an instant, so this guy was doing well holding his composure. As expected of a former child actor. But why can't I remember this guy at all? It's like he's there just to fill out an empty role. Frill shook off her needless thoughts and concentrated on the show. I'm fine, thank you. Rimuru's upturned, shy but sweet smile instantly bewitched the crowd. Some cameras focused on the actor's expressions, so the crowd got a good look. The crowd was silent, waiting for another development to happen. May I know your name, my lady? The male actor went all in. Rimuru seemed surprised, but Frill couldn't tell if it was genuine or an act. Rimuru giggled. There's no need to be so formal, aren't we classmates? The combination of that shocked look with that oh-so-beautiful transition of her expression was impressive. Has she been training all this time? I want to hear your name coming out from your mouth, my lady. The male actor was persistent. Rimuru's eyes glowed golden. If you insist, good sir. Rimuru held her skirt and bowed like how a noble lady from the medieval period would. My name is Rimuru. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Her radiant smile and aura captured the heart of the male actor. I think that guy's starting to fall for her, and so Frill's intuition was immediately proven. I like you, will you go out with me? Did this man seriously confess? Right off the start of the show? The crowd might think it's part of the act, so if he gets rejected that will save him from embarrassment, never mind. He's thought this through well. As expected, Rimuru subtly rejected the guy. Oh, did you want to go eat out together? But we only just met. Rimuru's gaze struck a deep chord in the male actor. Rimuru was toying with the man's emotions so splendidly. But that male actor wasn't the only one. Yeah, we love you, Rimuru. Marry me. I'll be your SLA. The crowd was incredibly hyped for some reason. Perhaps it was because of the romantic tension, or was the crowd just that smitten with Rimuru? If it was the latter, then Frill would have the answer to her question. Rimuru. Frill couldn't help but watch the performance. The male actor showed slight frustration. I'm deeply moved by your existence. I would like to get to know you more. It seemed like he was racking his brain to find the right words to say. Some of the men in the crowd said stuff like, dude, how to riz a girl 101. Won't work on a goddess like Rimuru. The male actor heard this and said, don't care bro, it's my time to riz, so shut your trap, I'm the one that's on stage. The crowd was booing the male actor because of that, and as expected, the male actor didn't care and proceeded to talk to Rimuru. Frill was bewildered. What on earth is happening? Where are the producers? The male actor was clearly stepping out of line, but there were no signs of anyone stopping the show. Please, marry me. Frill almost thought her ears were intentionally playing with her. How did he get from trying to know her, to proposing to her within that 5-second time span? Is he okay? Rimaru's expression was cloudy. Everyone on stage was feeling something ominous was about to happen. Rimaru slowly looked up at the male actor, and it was then and there that the crowd felt Rimaru had enough. "Excuse me," said Rimaru in a stern voice. "Are you always this invasive and insensitive when picking up girls?" Rimaru's gaze was icy cold. The male actor could not respond. There was something about Rimaru that made his body unconditionally surrender to her pressure. Rimaru began walking toward the center of the stage. "To invade my space like that again, do you know what will happen?" A single sideward glance towards the male actor was all it took to put him in place. In a hushed voice, Rimaru spoke one last time. "This body is not meant for you trash to touch, I will make sure of that." With that, Rimaru left the stage. The crowd's reaction was, "Ah ha 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 ha. You got rejected, dude. Like, hella hard." There was always this one fan in the crowd that was extra harsh with his words toward the male actor. The general reaction was the same, it was only this fan that had that extreme reaction. In essence, the crowd had bathed in the aftermath of the cruel rejection. Frill herself was extremely pleased with Rimaru's rather short-lived performance. That end performance was otherworldly, it was like she became a different person entirely. As a star actor herself, Frill's evaluation spoke beyond mere observation. As she was lost in thought, she bumped into a blonde-haired girl wearing suspicious gear. The girl bowed and quickly left before Frill could say a word. Was that girl a celebrity? Her choice of disguise was rather concerning. In the following days, the internet would go wild about Rimaru's return to the spotlight. "I did not expect this development, so don't look at me like that, Aqua." Aqua was currently staring daggers at me. "Look, my symptom resurfaced at a bad time. I didn't even know how I got myself into that mess. And it wasn't like I could just create a fuss when the show was abruptly starting like that." I tried to reason with Aqua, but he was not buying it. "You said you came to when you were about to enter the stage, right? You could have adamantly refused at that moment. Why didn't you?" Aqua's interrogative ability was incredibly difficult to avoid. Or was I just bad at making excuses? "I will play my last card, that is, say absolutely nothing." Aqua frowned. "The media is totally onto you now. One video about you and you've gotten this much attention." As planned, I remained silent to his words. Aqua looked like he was gazing at the lowest kind of trash. "Dude, you're not avoiding anything even with that act." Aqua sighed. "In any case, you better not do anything more drastic or appear in any public area. I'm going to the director's place. Don't do anything rash." Aqua kept his eyes on me even as he was leaving. "Dude, I heard you. I might be frail as hell, but as a guy in my past life, I know how to hit where it hurts. Plus, I blacked out near the end of that show too. When I came to I was already outside the backstage. I'm surprised no one spotted me on my way home. Isn't that a dangerous thing, though? I'm glad I didn't tell Aqua that last part. I have nothing to do here, it's so boring. There are various kinds of entertainment nowadays, and social media's gotten to the point where everyone in the world is dying to hold a phone. I should just go with Aqua to the director's place." I called Aqua to ask him if it was okay. He answered almost immediately. "What's up? Why'd you call?" "I was just wondering, is it okay if I go with you to the director's place? I'll catch up with you, just let me get ready." "No, I'll come pick you up. Wait for me at home," he replied. I'd already taken a bath, so all I had to do was change my clothes. "I wouldn't take that long, can't you just wait for me where you are?" Aqua replied with a firm, "No, wait for me." Aqua abruptly ended the phone call with those last few words. I was a little taken aback by his overprotectiveness, but I guess I could see where he was coming from. Both of us know the serious implications of reckless and rash behavior, especially after being exposed to the entertainment industry. He probably doesn't want me to be spotted since all the buzz lately has been about me. I want to protect myself too, so I'll be obedient. For now. But when it comes to my ultimate goal, no one will stop me from achieving it. I will find the culprit who ended my mother's career in such a horrible and disgusting way. I'll make sure they deserve an equally fitting end. Kana Arima couldn't believe her eyes. Rimaru Hoshino was finally back. Or at least, it's what she thought. Just by looking at the video going around the media, She could tell Rimuru was still the same actor she saw all those years ago. Her dominating presence could be felt even through the crappy video quality and sound. Kana found herself smiling. So, when is she gonna officially return? She merely wanted to say those words, but she didn't expect someone would answer her. Who's returning? Behind her. Rimuru answered her mumbling. Aqua was also present next to Rimuru. Kana quickly hid her phone and tried to make excuses. And nothing, anyway. What are you two doing out here? We were on our way to the director's place, how about you? Rimuru's friendly and cheerful attitude was extremely similar to Ruby's. Although, it was only later on that Kana would make that comparison since she currently doesn't know Ruby that well. I was on my way to school to grab a few things, but whose place are you guys going to? There are many directors in the world. Aqua responded this time, Taishi Gatanda, the director of that film all three of us appeared in. Oh, I see. There was a short and awkward silence for a moment. Kana took a deep breath and said, so, do you guys mind if I tag along?